Hi, I'm Christy, and I recently completed the Mind Body Green Health and Wellness Coach Certification Program. It occurred to me that it might be helpful to anyone else considering the program to hear about my experience with them. So, in this video, I'm going to share with you why I chose Mind Body Green over all the other options available out there, what I loved about the course, the challenges I had, and how you can save $750 on the cost of the program. So first of all, why Mind Body Green over all the other options out there? And I did a lot of research. Well, for me, I really liked the length of the course. I felt like 20 weeks was a good amount of time to learn the material, to gain some skills, but I wasn't committing to years of education before I could put those skills into practice. Second, I really liked that it was an online course, that I could complete it from the comfort of my own home or wherever else I might be traveling over those 20 weeks. At the same time, there are required live sessions, which I really liked because that told me that the material was current, that I wasn't just getting repurposed old videos. And it also gave me the opportunity to interact with the instructors and the other students, which I really liked. I also, probably the biggest deciding factor for me was that the Mind Body Green program is approved by the board, the National Board of Health and Wellness Coaching. So that lends some credibility to the course, but it also makes it so that anyone that graduates from the course is eligible to apply for board certification. So that's why I chose Mind Body Green. How did the experience live up to my expectation? First of all, I absolutely loved the instructors. They're all board certified working coaches. They know their stuff. They're also just really good teachers and personable people. So really loved the instructors. I was impressed with the wide range of topics that were covered. Of course, we learned all about the things you would expect from a health and wellness course. We learned about nutrition, fitness, chronic diseases, all those kinds of things. But we spent more time learning about the psychology of coaching, gaining interview skills, motivational skills, nonviolent communication, all the things that are required to make you an effective coach. And then there were also some classes on the business aspect of coaching. So contracting, HIPAA privacy laws, ethics, those kinds of things. So it's a very well-rounded course. You will learn a lot. As far as what I found challenging, I would say it was more work than I expected, which is probably on me. I shouldn't have been surprised that it takes a lot of work to learn how to be a coach in 20 weeks. And that said, don't let it scare you away. There were people in my class that work full-time jobs, have very busy family lives, and still manage to successfully complete the course. So what does it look like? In addition to the twice weekly live sessions, there are several recorded videos that you do need to watch on your own time, and weekly quizzes to make sure you're absorbing all the information, and then optional opportunities to practice on your fellow students, to coach and be coached by them. Again, that's voluntary, but I highly recommend it. You'll learn a lot from that experience. Perhaps the most challenging part for me was when I learned that I would need to find and coach real clients during the course of the class. If you're a bit of a perfectionist or an introvert as I am, that can be pretty scary, but don't let that stop you. Rest assured, the Mind Body Green staff and instructors will provide you with the tools that you need to make sure you're successful at that. And it's one of the most valuable parts of the program, the opportunity to actually coach someone, to then have those coaching sessions reviewed one-on-one with an instructor and get tips on how you can improve and assurances about all the things you're already doing great. So don't let that hold you back. Once you complete all of the classes and the quizzes, then it's time for the final exam. It's a timed online exam. You have 4.5 hours to complete it. I was able to do it in just under 2 hours. and I understand the average is 2.5 hours. So it's a big exam, but it's definitely doable. If you do have a little test anxiety or you stumble on the first try, there is an opportunity to retake the exam, so don't let that freak you out either. And that is a quick description of the class. And do I feel like I got my time, money, efforts worth? Absolutely. Would I recommend Mind Body Green to you or anyone else? Definitely. If you're excited about it and you're ready to jump in, I have left a discount code in the description for you that will give you $750 off the cost of registration. And that is the deepest discount that Mind Body Green offers, so you'll want to jump right on that. If you're interested, you're intrigued, but you're not quite sure, then I've also left a link to a blog post that I wrote right after I completed the program, describing in more detail how my experience. I'm also more than happy to answer your individual questions. If you want to drop any questions in the comments, I promise to get right back to you with an answer. I won't keep you hanging. Whatever you decide to do, I wish you the best of luck and enjoy the journey.